Hey, so about the locals, how you guys doing, man? Today I got a special one for y'all. It's gonna be a little different this time. We're gonna talk about some mystery and murder. Uh, Something mysterious, something happened, and this is true life. Okay. I'm gonna do my drawing, but we're gonna talk about this story. All right. So, you want to hear about it more? Stay tuned, and I'll get with it. Thank you for coming again. Hey, how you guys doing? Hope you guys doing good today. Um, how was your day? Mine's been great. I'm back here again with another video. Thank you for asking me. uh, well, today we're gonna talk about Danielle Harkins. Danielle Harkins. Let's talk about her a little bit, man. She was born in a normal living, born in a normal family, which love her a lot, like every parent loves their daughter. She grew up in a normal American neighborhood. Nothing wrong with her. She was happy. She had a happy life. She grew up. When she grew up, she got married. She met this wonderful man, which she fell in love with him, and she married this wonderful man named George Hawkins. Danielle loved him and decided to marry him and became Danielle Harkins. They were very happy together, very enjoying life. They were so in love that they had two kids. At a time where this part of Danielle's life happened, her two kids, she had a 4-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old son at that time. Danielle, well, she was 35 and she was a teacher at Lehman, something like that, Asian Neighborhood Family Center at Petersburg, Florida. She was known as a great, gentle, kind person. Most of all her students loved her so much. Even the co-teachers or co-workers, they all talk about great how Danielle really was. She was always upbeat, smiling and happy and always wanted to help somebody, always wanted to, go the extra mile to be there for somebody. That was Danielle. Everybody loved her. She was a great, great companion, great teacher. But down the road, they had trouble, Danielle and her husband, George. They had trouble in their life. They had trouble in their marriage. And it got so bad that George started filing for divorce. But this divorce was not how you say it. It was no divorce as happy divorce, but it was a very messy divorce. They had really hard time. They really had fights. They really had problems, and it was messy. It was a hard divorce for her. And it was hard for Danielle, her during her time, because she always been happy. She always been an upbeat person. She always been a person that wanted to help. And now she lost control of her marriage. She losing control of her husband, and she just doesn't know what to do. And like many people, many of us in troubled time, go to some kind of religion. Look for spiritual guidance. And that's what Danielle did. She went looking for spiritual guidance. Somehow, she ended up in this religion. Now, it's unknown which religion was it, because the story did not specifically said which religion was it, but from what people say, it wasn't a normal religion, not Catholic, it wasn't Christians, it wasn't a Baptist. It was a weird religion, like a cult somehow. But she got in this religion and she thought it was going to help her. And she became attended this religion every time they had service, every moment she had service. And she started attending and helping because that's the way she was. And she got fully involved with this religion. She got fully involved with this religion and fell in love with this religion. And she was there and she became a full member of this religion. I mean, she completely gave in to this religion. She would do anything because finally she had something that needed her. She had somebody that needed her because she was a person that always wanted to help. She attended this religion. We don't know exactly how long she was attending this religion, but it is said that she was there for good maybe a year, 2 years in this religion. While she was doing this new step in her life, while she was taking this new step, she was still a teacher in high school. She was teaching the students of the future. And she would teach, how can I say this? She would teach her students, about the religion. She would teach her students about what is good and what is bad in her religion. And kids, teenagers sometimes, they're lost. And when somebody out there gives them time, will listen to them, will help them, will talk to them, will be there for teenagers, because many teenagers, they're not there. Sadly, they go through depression because nobody's there. Nobody's there to hear them out. Nobody's there to listen to them or help them and tell them, "Hey, I'm here." She was there. She was there. So these kids start getting interested in this new religion Danielle was in. It seemed very interested for them. But only seven students really took an interest in this religion. And they start believing and wanted almost to join this religion that Danielle was in. But there was a catch. There was something that Danielle told these kids. And maybe, just maybe, the kids thought this is what's happening to me. Danielle told these 7 kids. Well, she told mostly all her students, but these 7 kids were
the ones that were more interested in this religion, Danielle was that. But she told these 7 kids that they had demons inside of their bodies. In other words, they were possessed. They were possessed by demons because they carried demons inside of them. I don't know what you think about this, but these are very strong words to say to a teenager, 16, 15, up to 17 years old. Hey, you have demons, and this is why you acting this way. This is why you're going through depression. This is why you're going through this. Or this is why it's happening, because you have demons. But these kids just ate it up and believed that they really had demons inside of them, and they needed help. And the only person that could help was Danielle. They believed it. They believed what Danielle was telling them. And this where the story begins to change. This is where the story turns from nice to something strong. Because right after Danielle had them in their grips, Danielle already had their kids believing completely whatever she said. She told the kids, meet me at dusk. If you don't know what dusk means, it's around, depends where you live, from 5 maybe to 7 o'clock. She said, meet me at dusk at a park. This park was near St. Peterbird's Pier. And she said, meet me there at dusk. I wanna show you something. So Danielle, right after school, she got some stuff and prepared for this meeting with her students, and went to the park. Once she's in the park, she gathered some wood around there, and she started making a campfire. So like I said, she started gathering wood. She made a small campfire around the park. There was a place where they meet up inside the park, and that's where she made the campfire. And she was there waiting for the kids to show up. These 7 kids, and within the 7 kids, there were 6 that were boys and 1 that was a girl. And these kids showed up, not knowing exactly what they were going to do that day in the park. They just knew that they had demons inside of them. That's all they knew, and they were going to do something. I mean, that's all they knew. They didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know what's actually going on here. But Danielle made a campfire, and she was getting ready for these kids. That's basically all they knew. So once the kids arrived, Danielle instructed them, it's time to help you get rid of these demons. But first we must enter in a state of worship. And they start worshiping around the campfire, chanting, dancing, praying, singing, doing so much around the campfire, because that's what they were instructed by Danielle to do this enchanting, this worshiping around this campfire, and these kids believed that this was gonna help them. These kids believed that this was gonna get rid of their demons inside of them. This maybe will help them get out of this depression. These kids may help them, get out of this darkness, be more happy, be more social, help them out. But little did they know that this is only the beginning of how to get rid of the demons. Daneille had something way much more planned, something way lot more for these kids. And they were not even ready for it. After a while, they were chanting and dancing a couple of hours and praying and maybe having a great time. Daneille came out and told them the truth that it's time to get rid of the demons. And the only way to get rid of the demons was to cut yourself. You must cut yourself to allow the demons come in you. No, sorry. You might cut yourself to allow the demons to exit your body. This was what Daneille told the kids. Now, maybe for you and me, you could say, well, this is crazy. I mean, who would do this? I mean, who in the right mind is going to just go ahead and start cutting themselves like this? But you gotta put yourself in their shoes, because they already were going through some problems. They were already going through some things. And Daneille was the only one that had some kind of answer for them. Daneille's the only one that would make time for them. So for their mind, it wasn't too crazy. But like anybody you would say, any normal person you tell, hey, cut yourself, they will be in time in their mind that it will click in and say, hey, what am I doing? Your mind will, your mind itself, your body itself will tell you, hey, turn on, open up, this is not right for you. And you start, opening, thinking a little bit more than what you were, because back maybe you were not thinking right. And they start looking at Daneille and saying, hey, well, who knows? I don't know, but maybe so, maybe no. I really don't know. And Daneille, I guess, after a while trying to convince him to do it. Here, it's not too clearly how or what. But what is known that Daneille found a broken glass bottle. This we know. And when she grabbed this broken glass bottle, she grabbed one of the 7 and decided to cut her neck. Now, I don't know about you, but it's already it's already bad when you had to cut yourself. But now cutting the neck, you know that's going a little too far. Because that's where we have a lot of our veins. That's where a lot of bad things crap in our bodies. But she cut one of these teenagers' neck open. And once she cut it, she got joyful. She got happy. She started worshiping and said, "You are free. You are free. The demons are exiting out you. Worship. Worship that you are free. Look how you, there's no more. You're not going to suffer no more. You're not going to go through. You're not going to go through things no more. You're going to be free." Well, meantime, this teenager was bleeding and bleeding from the cut. Then she said, we got to seal. You got to seal it. Your cut. We got to seal your cut again, because if you leave it open, the demons will come back in. The demons will enter into your body again. So we gotta seal your cut somehow. But Danielle was already prepared for this, because she set a key down, a certain kind of key. She set it close to the fire. All this time, that key was heating up. She got that key and put it where the cut of the neck was at, to seal the neck, the cut, with this heat up key. She didn't stop there though. Another student she made him, well, we cannot say she made him, but another student cut his hand open. And again, once she cut their hands, they were worshiping, and yes, we are setting these teenagers free. They're becoming free of demons. But this one, she didn't get the key. She got a lighter, and she was trying to burn the cut to seal it. But there was a lot of wind that day. There was a lot of wind that night. And every time she tried to turn on the lighter would blow out. And she tried to turn on again, and the lighter blew out. And the lighter turned on again and blew out. She got frustrated that all the time she's trying to turn on the lighter keeps blowing out because of this wind. So she threw the lighter away in her anger. She threw it away. But then she remembered, I have something else to seal this thing. And she went to her purse and got a perfume bottle and sprayed perfume on this boy's arm. Now, I don't know about you, if you know anything about perfume, but mostly any perfume out there has alcohol. And alcohol with fire is very, very flammable. And she poured a lot of perfume on this teenager's arm. Then she got a piece of wood and had fire, and decided to burn this kid's hand that had perfume to seal, so the demons will not come back into this boy's arm. This boy suffered a 2-degree burn. After all this happened, it's not unknown what the other 5 kids did, but they all decided to go home. But they all did something in this ritual, but we do not know. They all decided to go home, and they all decided like nothing happened. None of these 7 kids told their parents where they're at, where they were, or what they did. Nothing like that. They all just decided like nothing happened, and they were happy that, they're finally free. They're finally set free from all these demons, and now, they're going to be happier. So none of them said nothing to their parents. It was not something, not even the one who got cut in the neck, not even the one who got 2nd-degree burned. None of them said nothing. None of them. But there was one kid. There was one. Later that day, he was so happy that they were finally set free. This kid was 16 years old. He was so happy that he was set free of these demons that he couldn't not say nothing. He needed to say something. He needed to tell somebody. So he texts his friend and tell him, hey, you know what? I got great news. This and this happened to me in the park. We did this and we did this. And he went into details with his friend. At the moment that his friend said something, he said, you're crazy. But, and he took off and told his parents. The parents immediately like, no more peasant. Call the cops. And, well, one thing led to another, and Daneille got picked up by the cops, and she got arrested. And they went to investigation, and went to talk to these 7 kids, and none of these 7 kids wanted to say nothing. They were all loyal to Daneille, and none of them said nothing. None of them. So, because none of them said nothing, Daneille only got 6 months in jail. That's all she got. She was set release 2012. So today she's a free woman. Who knows if she's still practicing this religion? But none of the kids today will talk about what they did in that park. One thing I wanted to point out that the police pointed out too. A week before this terrible accident Daneille did. Well, not accident, terrible thing what Daneille did. She went to visit her neighbor. Her neighbor was Lisa Cope, I believe. But she went to visit her. And she, knocked at her door, and she opened the door, and they got in, and they were talking. Daneille started, saying that, this big fight they behind with her husband, that she's going through divorce and this and that, and Daneille started talking about this new religion she's in, and that's helping her out, and all this, and she was like, I guess, Lisa was like, yeah, okay, yeah, it could work, and I don't know, but she just kind of said yes, okay, but she didn't want to get involved with it. So they stayed talking for a little bit. They conversed a little bit, and when she was leaving, Daneille gave Lisa a hug, and she said, "Don't worry, Lisa. That you don't have no demons inside of you. Be happy. You're free. Don't worry about anything." And she left. For Lisa, it was kind of weird. I don't know how you go and telling somebody that, hey, you don't have no demons. You don't have to worry about anything. But she was kind of freaked out. So, what do you think? What do you think Lisa should have got? You think 6 months in jail? You think just 6 months in jail was good enough? You think whatever she did, it was good? What do you guys think? For me, it's hard, because I have kids that are teenagers now, and as for me, it's very important to be there. But I have also been before I used to work with teenagers, and I have noticed that they go through a lot of stuff in their mind. Maybe for us adults, it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't seem, that's just kid stuff. Damn, they'll go through it, but they don't know how to go through it. They don't know. So help them out. All right. Well, thank you for listening. Hope you guys liked it.
So, man, thank you for staying tuned today, Vato Locos. Hope you liked it. I hope it was interesting and different. If you like this kind of material, let me know and drop a comment down there. And please subscribe and please, how you call it, make a comment, ring the bell, do all that, all the good stuff. You guys know what to do, guys. Help this channel out, man. I appreciate it, and hope you guys like it. And we're coming back with the homies pretty soon. All right, so stay tuned with that one too. All right, peace out. Have a good one, Vato Locos.